Hey guys, it's Boyd with Rocky Mountain Camper Vans. I'm going to walk you through how to use the EUROVAN Weekender here, and let's get started. Hey guys, just a few simple things about the van. Please, no sitting or standing up on the roof, no smoking inside the car, and when you're stopped, you're going to want to use the parking brake. That is down here to the right of the driver's seat. Just pull up and make sure that's off when you drive. Okay, so just a few simple things about the van. Your ignition is right here. Your windshield wipers are over on the right side of the steering wheel, and your turn signals are over on the left. Pull the turn signal lever back to operate your brights, and your cruise control is over on that side as well. The heater and air conditioner controls are right here, pretty self-explanatory, as is the CD player. You have a USB input and an auxiliary input. If your USB input doesn't play directly through your device, you've got the auxiliary input there as well as the CD player. Next thing about the van are your warning lights. Okay guys, so when you first put the key in the ignition, if you turn it over but don't start the car, you'll see all the warning lights light up. The two most important ones are the red temperature light right up top and the oil pressure light below that. There's your temperature gauge above that. If either of those two red lights come on while you're out driving, please pull over immediately and give us a call. Other important lights are your parking brake warning light, and then finally this yellow check engine light. If that light ever comes on while you're out driving, it is really not a concern for us. The only time that I would be concerned about that is if the light was flashing at you steadily and repeatedly. At that point, please give us a call. Okay, onto your camping equipment. Obviously the van has a pop top and you're gonna wanna raise that. I like to do it from the driver's seat position, and you'll see right here, this is the lock lever. When this lever is all the way to the left, the top is locked. When you push it to the right, you're able to then lift up on the roof, pull this rope, and continue pushing up until your tent pops up. Okay, once your roof is lifted up, obviously you've got the bed right here. Make sure you sleep with your head facing that way and your feet facing that way, whoever's up there. But during the daytime, when you're hanging out in here with the tent top popped up, you can lift this up, it'll hinge up and pop into place and stay that way. Another way that you can do this when you're hanging out at camp for a little bit longer is to fully remove this bedboard and slide it back on itself. That allows you just a little bit more walk around room up here and allows you to store bags up here. The only thing is, when the top comes back down, this bed has to be laid back out forward in the bed position. And you'll also notice here at the bottom, there are two little metal feet that need to slide into position into their respective little holes for this to lay down flat and not slide forward. Okay, for your bench to bed conversion, what you're going to want to do first is remove your headrests from the seat and set those aside. Then there's a latch over on the side of the seat back. Slide that pull that forward, excuse me. Drop the seat down, and then this handle right here pulls out, and your seat will slide forward and drop back into place. Sleep with your head facing that way and your legs facing this way. It's a lot more comfortable that way. To put the bed back up into a seat position, it's just the reverse. Grab the seat, lay it back down flat, push the seat back into place, watch your seat belts over here, and click this back into place. Now, before you take off, make sure that your headrests are in place, and you're good to go. So your van does have a solar panel on top of it. It's a 100-watt solar panel, and it runs through the van to a solar generator underneath your seat. Your solar generator is plugged in at all times, and it powers your refrigerator as well as any USB devices you need to charge and any 12-volt devices you need to charge. One important thing to remember though is if you are going to be powering anything, you need to turn the power source on. So on for USB, off, on for the 12-volt, which is connected through the cables to your angle refrigerator. This refrigerator is going to be on and running for you when you get to it. Important thing here, you don't really need to set it much above 2. It will turn into a deep freezer. Really good thing about this fridge, has a lot of room. Plenty of room to store your water, your cold beer, and any food you may have. One important thing to note about your refrigerator is that it's going to be working really hard for you. So when you're out for a hike, it's important to maybe pop the top, open up your windows, and let the hot air vent out of the van. If it gets too hot inside this van, your fridge is going to be running the whole time. It will drain down the battery because, frankly, if it's 160 degrees Fahrenheit in here, the fridge is going to have to just keep working. So help it out. Close your shades around the van when you leave the van. Pop the top, and if you can, vent the windows. In the rear of the van, we've got a kitchen setup for you. You'll find your Coleman stove right here with a propane bottle. Very simple. Always use your lighter first to light, and then turn your gas knob on. You've got cooking flame. We'll also have a full water jug for you, which can connect to your sink via a hose that runs underneath, so that you can have water running in your tap. Also, back in the back, all of your cooking supplies and eating supplies, pots, pans, plates, bowls, coffee mugs, and the all-important coffee press right here. Just a few more things about your van. It is fully loaded up with all the gear you need. Underneath the front seat right here are fresh towels and face towels. I have fresh sheets underneath here, along with a few other bits of gear, blankets and pillows right there in the seat. Down on the side, I've got a deck of cards, a deck of Uno cards, some headlamps and a lantern, as well as a dustpan for you over there. All right, so finally, before you get back on the road, you are gonna need to lower the top. To do that, it's easiest to do it from the front seat. Again, make sure that your bed is lowered and flat down into the bed position, and that the 2 little locking feet are locked into place in the back. Once you've got that done, stand up and grab the handle, pull down until you can get your elbows to rest right here. From there, pull the tent material in on both sides and roll it back so that it clears the bracket when it comes down. From there, pull down slowly and steadily until you hear 1 click and then a 2nd click. At that point, push this lever all the way to the left to lock, and you're good to go to get back on the road. Okay guys, that's pretty much it for your camper. If you have any questions while you're out on the road, please don't ever hesitate to reach out to me on my cell phone. I'm gonna email you that number so you have it with you at all times. It is also in a binder over here in the driver's side pocket. My contact number is the top number right here, as is the camper return checklist, our insurance, and our registration for the vehicle in case you ever get pulled over. Also in the door pocket is the user manual for the car. So if you have any questions that you think you can solve yourself, feel free to look in here. Otherwise, again, we're here for you. Enjoy your trip. We'll talk to you real soon.